Have you ever wondered why some relationships thrive while others crumble under pressure? Why some people seem to connect on a level so deep it feels unshakable? Here is a truth not many talk about. Men silently test the women in their lives, not to criticize, but to understand, to see who stands strong when the winds blow hardest. But these tests, they're not loud. They don't come with warnings or announcements. They happen in moments you least expect, when words aren't spoken and actions speak volumes. They're subtle yet powerful because they reveal what words often cannot. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand what these silent tests are, but also learn how to pass them every single time without changing who you are. Imagine walking into any relationship, any situation, with the confidence of knowing that you are seen, respected, and cherished for the incredible person you already are. Here's the thing. These tests aren't about perfection. They're not about being flawless or fitting some impossible mold. Men don't test to find fault, they test to find truth. They're looking for qualities that can't be faked: strength, loyalty, and authenticity. It's not about how you look on the outside. It's about the fire you carry within. Think about it. When life gets tough, when the storms of doubt and difficulty roll in, who will stand firm? Who will remain true to their values and unwavering in their support? That's what men are searching for, often without even realizing it themselves. And here's the best part. You already have what it takes. You don't need to become someone else. You don't need to prove your worth by jumping through hoops. All you need is to understand the game, the unspoken rules that guide human connection, and how to navigate them with grace and confidence. So, if you've ever felt confused, wondering what men truly value, or if you've questioned whether you are enough, this video is your answer. Because when you know how to respond to these silent tests, you don't just pass them, you inspire something greater. This is your moment to rise, to become the kind of woman who commands respect without demanding it, who builds unshakable trust without saying a word. Watch until the end, and you'll walk away with the knowledge to not just pass these tests, but to build deeper, stronger, and more meaningful connections. Now that you are here, let's dig deeper into the why. Why do men test? What drives this silent observation? It's not about games or manipulation, it's something much deeper, something rooted in human psychology. At their core, men are wired to protect, to provide, and to lead. But leadership isn't just about taking charge. It's about building something lasting. And to do that, men need to know who they're building with. They need to trust fully and completely that the person standing beside them is someone who won't waver when life throws its punches. Think about it. Trust isn't built in the big, obvious moments. It's built in the small, quiet ones, the ones where no one else is watching. Men silently test to understand how you handle those moments. How do you react when things don't go your way? When life gets messy, do you stand tall or do you crumble? These are questions that reveal character, and character is what men value most. Here is where it gets even more interesting. Most of these tests aren't even intentional. Men don't sit down and plan to test you. It's instinctual. It's how they gauge whether a relationship is built on solid ground or if it's likely to crack under pressure. One of the most common tests is observing how you respond to challenges. For example, when something doesn't go as planned, do you blame others or do you take responsibility? Do you face problems with grace or do you let emotions take over? Men notice these things because they're looking for someone who can weather life's storms with them, not someone who adds to the chaos. Another silent test revolves around consistency. Men watch to see if your words align with your actions. Do you follow through on your promises? Do you stand by your values even when it's inconvenient? This isn't about perfection, it's about trust. Because if your actions consistently reflect integrity, it creates a sense of safety that's hard to find in today's world. And then T here is the test of support. Men dream just like you do. They have ambitions, goals, and visions of what their future could look like. One of the most powerful silent tests is how you react to those dreams. Do you believe in them? Do you encourage them, even when they seem far-fetched? A man doesn't need someone to solve his problem. She needs someone who believes he can. When you start to understand these tests, you'll realize something incredible. They're not meant to break you down. They're opportunities to rise, to show your strength, your loyalty, and your unwavering authenticity. And the beauty is, when you pass these tests, you don't just earn a man's trust, you inspire him to become better. This is where true connection begins. It's not about pretending to be someone you are not. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself. Because when you do, the right man will recognize it, and he'll never let it go. Now that you understand why men silently test, let's bring it into focus. What do these tests actually look like? How can you recognize them in real life? The answer might surprise you because these tests often show up in the most ordinary moments. Picture this. You are in the middle of a conversation, and he mentions a challenge he's facing. Maybe it's at work, with family, or even a personal goal he's struggling to achieve. He's not asking for solutions. He's simply sharing. What happens next matters more than you think. Do you dismiss it, change the subject, or try to solve the problem for him? Or do you listen, really listen, with empathy and understanding? This is a silent test. Men pay attention to how you handle their vulnerability. They want to know if they can let their guard down around you without fear of judgment. If you respond with genuine support, you pass the test. Why? Because it shows that you value him as he is, not just for what he can do or provide. Another silent test happens in moments of frustration or conflict. Let's say plans fall through, or something unexpected disrupts your day. How do you respond? Do you lose your temper or lash out? Or do you take a breath, adapt, and find a solution? Men notice these reactions because they reveal how you handle stress, and whether you are someone who brings calm to the storm. And then here is the test of independence. Men admire women who have their own passions, goals, and sense of purpose. It's not about needing someone to complete you. It's about choosing to share your life with someone while staying true to yourself. When a man sees that you are confident in who you are, it's magnetic. It shows that you are not looking for validation from others. And that kind of self-assurance is incredibly attractive. One of the most subtle but powerful tests is consistency. It's not just about being there on the good days, it's about showing up when things get tough. Do your actions align with your words? Are you reliable, dependable, and someone he can count on? Men value consistency because it builds trust. And trust is the foundation of any lasting relationship. Here's the key to passing these silent tests. Don't overthink them. They're not about perfection or performance. They're about authenticity. Be genuine, be kind, and be honest. When you stay true to yourself, you'll naturally align with the qualities men are looking for. Remember, these tests aren't challenges to prove your worth. They're opportunities to deepen connection and build a relationship based on respect and understanding. When you pass these tests, you don't just win his trust, you earn his admiration. Now that you recognize these silent tests and how to approach them, let's talk about what happens when you pass them. Because passing these tests doesn't just change how a man sees you, it transforms the entire dynamic of your relationship. When you pass these tests, something profound happens. Trust begins to build. Not the surface level kind of trust, but the kind that runs deep, the kind that allows a man to feel safe in your presence. And safety for men is about more than physical protection. It's about emotional security. It's knowing that he can be vulnerable, share his dreams, fears, and struggles without being judged or dismissed. Think about how often do people in today's world feel truly understood. When you pass these tests, you offer something rare, the gift of being seen and accepted for who they are. This creates a bond that is nearly unbreakable. Men start to open up in ways they never have before. They feel empowered to take on the world because they know they have someone in their corner who believes in them wholeheartedly.